Oh, I guess we're speed running into the live stream. I guess I was just gonna give him.
It's still saying setting up on my end,
Okay, got it.
but now we're live.
Welcome everybody to the 10th Tribal Council of Spellbound Survivor Dungeon Crawler. My first question goes over to Aaliyah. Aaliyah, you've won individual immunity. How does it feel? Fascinating. Excellent. So eloquent, so thought-provoking. My
I was
goodness.
so confused for a second.
I was going to keep doing this with everyone not in attendance and just like settle in the fact that they're not here. Next question, actual question, goes to Edward. So we saw last round, uh, it was a unanimous Kevin vote. Was that a vote, a sign of unity, or was it just convenient for everyone to vote Kevin?
I think it was a vote of convenience. And is tonight going to be the same thing? Who knows? TBD. But I think last round it worked to everyone's benefit to vote for Kevin. I don't know if the same is going to be this round, but we'll find out soon enough.
Lily, my next question goes over to you. It's kind of like when you're on like a tribe. I guess technically you're on one, but like before the merge phase of the game, voting together, that's great. You guys can all move together as a unit. It's like we're all team, whatever team we're on, we're strong, 5-4, whatever. But here at the merge, after unanimous vote, is it harder to tell who you can actually trust?
Yeah, I think the hard part with that I'm having with this game is that I am not good with pretending to be working with people that I'm not working with. I'm just genuinely not. I'm not good at BSing at tribal, so it's even worse if I get you like one-on-one on the call. It's like it's very obvious. And so for me that is hard, but everybody seems to be so good at it here. And I think the three swaps or two swaps that made us into three different tribes layers it even more because there is no like oh, these people were on a tribe. Because, like, some combination, people are going to be on a tribe, but, like, I don't think that people are factoring that in. At least I'm not. I think that there are just so many different opportunities for people to have connected that it makes it much more difficult this go around.
And with all those opportunities to kind of like interact with one another, people who have met like two only once in one iteration of a tribe could be super close with each other, whereas two people who have been together the whole game might just have never meshed or never connected with one another. Next question goes to Caleb. In this kind of like this web of interpersonal relationships, like how do you figure out who's actually with you and who's actually not?
You come here. You come here and you show it. You do what you say and you say what you do. Um, it's pretty important to me that like you're with me, and if you're not, you're not.
Real. All right, my next question goes over to Ryu. At some point in this game, while you have cultivated these bonds, there's people who might be with you. Hi, Megan. There's people who might be. Oh, hi, Jeremy. My gosh, they keep distracting me. There's people who might be with you in this game that you want to help. You want to not necessarily undyingly serve, but people who have mutual benefits in making a move as alongside you. So, how do you balance what's good for your people versus what's good for your game individually?
That is a great question, and good thing I have my little friend Cyndaquil with me. He will kind of help me decide about what I do tonight. But no, Cyndaquil is also very much like, should I do what's best for me? Should I do what's best for other people to show that what I say is good? I think that's like kind of the balance of Survivor. And I think it is really, really hard to walk that line. And it's like what people struggle with like in these games. And, the people that are able to like figure out that proper balance usually do the best.
And another thing that I think that is very difficult is like foresight. Like you make this move, you vote somebody off, and you feel perfectly fine. Feel completely chill. But then next time you go to tribal council, you're left out of the vote. You actually might be ended up being the one going home. So inadvertently, the person who just got sent home might have set you up for your demise the round right afterwards. Next question goes to Jay Wand. Like, are you weighing the possible repercussions and the punishment of voting the right person or the wrong person off?
I feel like at this point in the game, you should definitely be weighing those consequences because now that we merged, whatever move you make is gonna determine your future in the game, essentially. So like um the the Kumbaya vote from last round, even though we all voted the same way, it's affecting what's going on this round. It's gonna affect what's going on next round and that round and that round. So um yeah, you have to be looking at it from every possibility of like about how this is gonna how what are the repercussions of you voting that person out for next round for yourself.
Um, I I know you're at a bar, Jeremy. I at least want to try to ask you one question, if possible. Great. So, Edward, next question goes over to you. Okay, okay, give me 1 second. No problem. Oh, but he'll type it up. Got it. Wonderful, excellent. So I'll ask you the question. Um, Jay brings
That
up in his
girlfriend is awesome, by the way.
goaded. Awesome.
That's
Goaded.
that's she's telling you can't type it out. My girlfriend would get mad at me. So
Yeah, why did you be? Anyways, okay. So I have seen many times in this game, like in Spellbound, and even like in other projects that I've hosted before, that a unanimous vote, it's like the calm before the storm. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody thinks that they are the ones who benefit the most from this person going home, but then shit hits the fan immediately the next round. So my question to you, that you'll type up the answer whenever, whether it be here or in your prod chat, don't care, I'll read it out anyways. Like, do you think shit is about to hit the fan tonight? Um, or not. Just explain to me whether you think it is or not. And the question is a little bit similar to Edward. When there is this number of people left, this single digits left, the margin for error gets smaller. Something that you could have possibly gotten away with at final 17, final 16, you may not get away with at final 9. So is tonight about making a move, or is it about staying the course? Or is it more complicated than that? Edward, that was your question.
Oh, am I only answering the second part? Like
The second part, the
that's
second
what I
part,
got
yes.
confused with.
No problem.
Yeah. Um, because I think more than anything, the fact that the rule of a tied vote goes to a discussion is more worrisome than the numbers being tighter. So, like, if an idol gets played or something gets played, it's like, shit, you can't split the vote because of the fact that if it's tied, now you're fucking going to a decision and somebody could be like, you know what? Nope. We're going to rocks. It is what it is. Too bad, so sad.
And Lily, I kind of want to pick your brain out a little bit about your answer earlier about something that you said, talking about like how lot. I think that this, may I just say, to back you up, to give you your flowers. I do think this is one of the highest caliber casts. Just like, I think you guys are good at the game, straight up. We wouldn't have casted the returnees we had we not felt like they had potential, and then the newbies, we definitely saw potential in them as well. So the question goes over to talk about like not being wanting to bullshit people. Is honesty a strength or a weakness in this game?
Okay, I personally think that for me it's a weakness because I think if I didn't feel like I wanted to tell people what I was hearing, everyone all the time, then I would have a much easier go at this game. I think the hardest thing that I find is I connect with someone and I want to be honest with them, and that's not a good game. That's just being a human. And I think like playing Survivor is being like you can be a villain and you can, you know what I mean? Like there is like a theory that like people don't want to see people play like how they would in real life. And I do think there's fun in that. But I think honestly, honesty at the end of the day is a weakness because it prevents you from being calculated in your decisions because you just want to be honest with everyone. And I find that that is like kind of what Ryu was saying earlier. It's that is the line that I find the hardest to toe, to be honest, to try to be as frank as possible, to try to be as upfront, but also not screw myself over in the process. And I think people in this game like know that art magically, and it's been really fun to like watch and learn from everyone.
And I think that people find these games as kind of like an escape. They could be their most diabolical versions of themselves. They might like Werewolf and Mafia and like Town of Salem, whatever the hell they're called. Like they may enjoy playing those games because they can't get away with or not face repercussions for lying or being dishonest or being underhand in some way in real life. So my next question goes to Caleb. When does a lie become when is a lie fair game? Again, now that this is the game that we're playing, this is what we signed up for. And when does a lie become why'd you do that? You double crossed me. You betrayed me, like on a human level.
Um, Honestly, I think you have to balance both because at the end of the day, the people behind this screen right here are people. And when I close this laptop, none of them are here. And so it's like you kind of have to separate the yes, we all signed up to be here in this game. Some of us were forced by prod, but like some of us, we're here and it we're here and we know what we're doing. We all signed up to lie. Like that is what Survivor is. Um, but I don't think that honesty is a weakness. I think that honesty is a strength. I'm just gonna push that a little bit, but I think that honesty is a strength, and when you can be honest with the right people, that's really important.
And see how I've asked this question, and already the two people who kind of speak on it give two completely different answers. There's so many different, like, and opposing philosophies of the game. And Lily brings up an interesting point about being a villain, because Ryu, you were actually voted preemptively the villain of the season. I kind of want to talk to you about that. Do you take it personally? Like, is it just like, ah, water off your back? Like, how do you feel about that?
Hell yeah, I take it personally. Oh my God, do I not look like a Superman? Come on, what the hell? I'm Lex Luthor? No, it's good. I don't take it seriously at all. It's all good. Cyndaquil is a little pissed off for me, but I'm not pissed off. Don't worry about it. It's all water off the back. Is that the phrase? Water under the
That's all.
bridge?
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I'm kind of honored, really. Like, why not? Why not take the honor?
And my last question goes to J1. I feel like this is a very interesting challenge to have at this stage of the game. I've always said Final Nine is a very important round in any social strategy game. I think that's the difference between your people having the majority and or you fumbling the bag. I think that this is when very important votes take place. And at the same time, we have touchy subjects where we get to see people like their perceptions of each other. Who's most likely to win the game? Who's playing the most honest or dishonest game? Who's good at certain qualities or attributes you may see in certain players? So, how much of those superlatives, the ones that have game consequences, because Edward being voted as vampire, I don't think affects the game at all. How much do those types of questions and who gets voted for those affect how people are perceived in this game?
I think they kind of, if you don't have an understanding where people's perception in the game of you are, some of these questions that were asked yesterday can kind of give you an understanding, but like, oh, okay, people are thinking of me like in this way, in this way, in this type of way. So, I mean, I did forget half the question you asked, but I'm still with you. But yeah, so like that the challenge is important though. The challenge is important because it kind of it gives you it gives you like a behind the scenes of what people are thinking about you without you having to ask them. Essentially, you kind of get a pulse on what the tribe is feeling like and what they're thinking about you, and how do you assess that moving forward, and do you change that or do you keep doing that? So yeah, I think that was an interesting challenge to do at that point in time. But
No, I just oh, I also forgot to and say what Jeremy's response to his question was, which Jay Watt and Edward were both confused by their questions. Jeremy blatantly just said, "I don't know," and I do not know how to do a Rudy Bosch voice, unfortunately, so I can't deliver on that request, Jeremy. I apologize. I am Jeremy. Indeed, you are. Um, but yeah, I love this challenge. This is my favorite challenge I think I've ever to run in any game. You get to see people try to downplay like the good ones that they got, maybe try to play off, take advantage of the bad ones that they get, and try to, depending on what they get voted for, try to play the game understanding, okay, this is my perception right now. How do I adjust my perception to better my chances of winning this game? And we're gonna see if moves are made or moves are not made. All right, so you guys get the chance to cast your votes, change your votes, bump up your votes if you already haven't voted yet. We'll be back with the tallying of the votes. Best of luck.
Can we talk? Hi, Megan.
As long as it's not about a game.
Hi.
Hi, Megan.
You look beautiful.
So do you. Oh my God, I'm in a bar watching Survivor. Nobody spoil it. We're behind because I'm in fucking Colorado right now.
Not the silly mountain time.
Bruce wins.
It doesn't even come on for another hour for me, so you guys are lucky.
Anyway,
Really?
rooting for my girl Sage.
She's so Big Brother coded. Mm-hmm.
Can someone say something so I could like segue, like please? It's been silent for too long. I was hoping someone would break the silence and say something to segue into, you know?
Hey.
I guess I'll work with that. Speaking of hey, I got the votes. Before I read those votes, if anybody has an idol or an advantage that they would like to play, now is the time to do so.
What is that, Cyndaquil? What is that? All right. I think I'm good. I'm gonna trust the people I trust.
All right. All right. The window's been closed. Once you read the votes, decision's final. The person just has a few moments to gather his, her, or their belongings and get the hell off my island. First vote, Mikey. Jeremy. There's one vote, Mikey. One vote, Jeremy. J1. That's one vote, Mikey. One vote, Jeremy. One vote, J1. Mikey. That's two votes, Mikey. Jeremy. We're tied. Two votes, Mikey. Two votes, Jeremy. One vote, J1. J1. That's two votes, Mikey. Two votes, Jeremy. Two votes, J1. J1. That's three votes, J1. Two votes, Mikey. Two votes, Jeremy. One vote left. 10th person vote off of Spellbound Survivor, Dungeon Crawler, third member of our jury, J1. J1, that's four. And tonight, that is enough. If you have any final words, by all means, the floor is yours.
No, I don't.
Well, J1, thank you so much for choosing Spellbound Survivor to play again. Of course, it was a priority to make sure that you got a second chance. You were robbed in your first season, robbed here as well. Fortunately, the tribe has spoken. In that case, I would say this now is the time to leave the Zoom, but you already got ahead of that. But final eight, guys, congratulations on making it to this point. Well, I do want to say for good news, we're giving you guys the Hallow weekend off. We will not be heading toward Tribal Council until November 2nd. So you guys have plenty of time to talk to each other, strategize, participate in the challenge whenever we do send out those details, but enjoy the 4-day round. Best of luck to everyone.